Welcome to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Geico. Darian Mensah steps on the field at Yulman Stadium for the first time in 289 days. Since then, a career-altering transfer from Tulane because of a life-altering payday from Duke, a reported $7.5 million over 2 years. He arrived at Tulane as an under-recruited unknown and returns, surprisingly, as an underdog. And as his former head coach, John Sumrall, says, this isn't Tulane against Darian Mensah. It's Tulane against Duke. Lauren Sisler is on the field with more on Mensah's return.
And look, everybody anticipating the boos here in this stadium. I'll tell you, when he first ran out on the field during warm-ups, there weren't any boos until he got over to the student section. They got a little loud in his face, but he's had a little bounce in his step. And he admitted earlier this week when he talked to his team, he said, yeah, it's going to be a little nervous. It's going to be a little nerve-wracking being in this stadium again on the other sideline, but he's embracing it. And he said, look, this isn't about me. This is about my football team. We're going to go out here and play ball, y'all. And
he is now out on the field. There is the reception from the student section inside Yulman Stadium. With that, hello and welcome to New Orleans. I'm Lowell Galindo here with our quarterback from Georgia, Aaron Murray. No surprise, he's all smiles tonight. Now, Aaron, it was Coach Sumrall that summed up this week the best when he said, I have left jobs to take jobs that pay more money. Both sides have handled this reunion as well as you possibly can. It's genuine love, but they both want to win. How does Darian Mensah handle this?
Well, I think he's going to be fine. You talk to both coaching staffs, and you talk to players on both teams as well. The one quality that he has as a quarterback is he doesn't get rattled. He doesn't let the moment become too big. So I expect him to go out there, maybe have a little bit of jitters early. Once you get that first hit, you settle into the game, and you'll be fine from there. This is a mature quarterback that's played a lot of games in this stadium. So I'm not worried about number 10 coming out here and not having himself at a ball game here. And these are some of the things that he does really, really well. In the pocket, calm feet, confident feet, can keep his eyes up as he maneuvers around, finding those athletic, very fast receivers for the Duke Blue Devils. And then he can beat you to the right on the RPO game, the run-pass game. And then the thing that scares defense is not just to the right, but he can roll to the left as well. As very accurate with the football. And then the ability, Lowell, to push the ball vertical down the field with these talented receivers. This is a fun offense. This offense is meant for him. And he's looking for a big one here in his third game.
And the man that follows him nearly led BYU to the college football playoff a season ago. He's getting challenged to do more this week for his new team. Jake Retzlaff coming up for Tulane. This is the American on ESPN. Tulane and Duke getting ready to go. Green Wave won the toss. They've elected to defer, so it's going to be Darian Mensah right off the bat. Beautiful night for college football here in the Crescent City. Patrick Durkin gets it started. Is not allowed a return all season long, and it is Darian Mensah time. Discovered by Willie Fritz, developed by John Summerall, got that direct deposit by Manny Diaz and Duke, and now the boos come out.
The boos are out, and this is on the road, us against the crowd, us against this defense. I'm sure he's excited.
Mensah to throw, taking a shot on first down, why not? Cooper Barcade tried to one-hand it, but it was Jakeem Johnson who's been a lockdown in coverage.
Well, we saw it on the highlights to start the broadcast. This offense is exciting. They're multiple. They'll spread you out. They're not afraid to take some shots down the field. These DBs for Tulane know that. They got to stay on top and limit the explosive plays.
Jaquez Moore tries to cut and find room up the middle. Nothing happening. A 1-yard pickup.
That's something I like to see this offense do a little bit more. I know they want to throw the football, but I really like Jaquez Moore. We'll see if they commit to the run game a little bit more. But right now, 3rd and 10. The Boo Birds were out early because of Mensah at quarterback. Let's see if this defensive line can get a good jump to put some pressure on number 10.
Four-man rush. Mensah rolls. He does this so well, eyes downfield, and just will throw it away, and a 3-and-out forced by the Tulane defense.
Lockdown, great job with containing at the quarterback position from the defensive line, no one out of position, and then the back end, keeping everything in front, knowing where the sticks are, and nowhere to go for number 10, 0 for 2 to start this ball game off.
Cade Reynoldsson will punt for only the 3rd time this season. Here's the pressure, nearly blocked. And a chance for Omari Hayes. He's going to let this one go. And a bounce at about the 36-yard line. And that will bring out Jake Retzlaff, transfer from BYU. High hopes and expectations for him. 13-2 as a starter since the beginning of last year when he was QB1 for BYU. Transferred to Tulane as a walk-on because he was facing about a half-season suspension for an honor code violation at BYU. 38 days to learn Tulane's complex pro-style offense before the season opener. Zuberi Mobley will be the starting tailback. Retzlaff pulls it, and a seed delivered to Bryce Bohannon. Catch number 7 for the 5th-year senior.
Just your run-pass option. Going to read that second. Very aggressive second-level defense here for Duke. Those linebackers want to come downhill. Read them. They come up. Really nice job by the receiver, cutting across the safety's face. Very friendly for the quarterback to get that first completion.
Tulane's lead back, Maurice Turner, listed as questionable, probable by his head coach. They may hold him out, keep him healthy, with American play about to start. Mobley looked like he slipped initially, but still is able to get a couple of yards. This is a Duke defense that is relentless, especially with their pass rush. Vincent Anthony, number 7, and Wesley Williams, 97, can ruin a quarterback's night quick.
Well, they ruined Illinois' quarterback's first half a week ago. They were all over the quarterback spot, really making his life pretty miserable. Got going in the second half, but yes, the speed off the edge, especially from Vincent Anthony, is very special.
Bohannon in motion. Retzlaff wants it again, showing some shakes, bouncing to the outside, eclipsing the 40, and a first down by Jake Retzlaff.
We just talked about Vincent Anthony. He's going to be the key here on this zone read for the quarterback. He's reading number 7 off the edge. If he crashes it, you pull. If he comes upfield at all, you see number 7, he comes down. Really nice job putting the ball in the belly of the running back, then pulling it out. And Retzlaff has been tremendous running the football this year, 177 yards so far.
195 if you exclude sack yardage, which is 4th best among FBS quarterbacks. Amari Hayes, the motion man. Play action, bread and butter of this Tulane offense up top, and Hayes with the catch. He had 9 in the season opener, shut out last week, and there's his first catch since that opener.
Well, that's what the coaching staff said. We have to find a way to get number 1 the football. Not a big target at 5'9", but nice patience, feels the hole. You see him throttle a little bit there, doesn't fly right through, sees it. Nice accurate pass as this offense inches its way towards red zone territory.
Retzlaff looks like a different quarterback, and this is his 3rd start for the Green Wave. Arnold due to Barnes, the tailback. Big boy in motion, huge block on Williams on the outside. Barnes spinning his way inside the red zone. But Wesley Williams was annihilated from that play by an offensive lineman in motion. Elijah Baker with a huge block.
And Nick Morris coming from that middle linebacker spot. Really a great week last week when you and I were talking, like 36 at the linebacker spot. That dude can fly. Let's watch the block real quick. Love a big guy coming in motion, full steam ahead. Nice dump to open the hole up.
Retzlaff, wide open, Tulane, Green Wave, striking first.
Same guy, number 7, you're gonna read, Vincent Anthony. Retzlaff sees him crash, pulls it, and there is no one left. That's 2 for 2. They gotta change it up defensively. Make sure eyes are on number 12, the leading rusher for the Green Wave.
So the defense forces a 3 and out on Darian Mintz's return to New Orleans. And the offense comes back with the man that followed him, Jake Retzlaff, clearly looking the best he has.
Beautiful read, use the legs. Defense got a 3 and out. Offense takes advantage. Early lead for Tulane.
Back in New Orleans as we take a look at our drive recap brought to you by AutoZone.
Really good job. The zone read, using the legs of the quarterback. So tough on a defense, but nice patience, but throwing the ball over the middle of the field, getting Omari Hayes involved early in this game. The run game, this is a run-first offense. And then when you have a quarterback that's seeing the defense the way he is early on in the zone read game, going to be very dangerous. Great first drive for Tulane.
And momentum. It was needed when they lost it in the fourth quarter on the road against South Alabama. Had to hold the Jags on a two-point conversion to win that game. It's out of the end zone, so Darian Mensah will return to the field. There is a flag on the backside of the play at the 35-yard line. Looked like there was some extracurricular activity, if you will. There were two Tulane players and two from Duke exchanging pleasantries. And they are walking this up like it is against Tulane.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct against number 19 of the kicking team. 15-yard penalty will be added on. That is number 19's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
So from the 25, marking that up now to the 40-yard line for Manny Diaz and his Duke offense. First game back inside Yulman Stadium for Darian Mensah since November 28th. 34-24 loss to Memphis. On the ground and looking for a bounce in, getting one is Jaquez Moore. Missed most of last season with foot injuries. He was going to be the featured back. That never materialized, which is one of the reasons Duke struggled to run.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of quickness from him through the first two games. It felt like they were trying to get him involved early in the game last week against Illinois, then got away from it. Good way to settle Mensah down by running the football here.
Mensah pulls, hit as he throws, and there is Keyshawn Brown ripping through a tackle to the 35-yard lines, and 2 plays is all it takes to break the 50, but 2 flags are down in the backfield.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 29. 15-yard penalty will be added on to the end of the run and an automatic first down.
So that's against Santana Hopper.
Yeah, what an impressive throw there from Mensah. Pressure in his face. Hopper's got a free run at the quarterback. I think that they're wary of Mensah going against his former team and just don't want to go in the way of any chippiness, but I think that was perfectly fine by Hopper, taking down the quarterback after the throw.
And that's the first time that Hopper has met Mensah. Hopper is a first-year transfer from Appalachian State. Summerall has said, we got 60 guys that have never met Darian Mensah before. To the ground, cutting through the middle, down to the 11-yard line. Jaquez Moore before he stopped by Trayvon McAlpine.
Well, and that's a whole conversation of, yeah, there's so many new guys that we're not even teammates with Mensah. And this is the new era of college football. Guys move around. It's like the NFL. Like, you're not trying to go out there like the coaching staff. You're just trying to play Duke. You're just trying to play Tulane, not the quarterback.
Tackle for loss there quickly for Tulane is Gerard Henderson. Now 1.5 TFLs on the season.
They're bringing the pressure from all sides. Going to bring a defensive end crashing as well. Had maybe an opportunity to pull it, but then they're scraping Sam Howard over top as well in case Mensah did pull the zone read, a 3rd and medium. This is when Mensah is at his best. When things are crazy, can he buy some time to find an open receiver?
Watch that one-on-one. Cooper Barkate and Jakeem Johnson, top of the screen. Mensah looking back that way. Flush and will just throw this away. So after 30 yards of penalties allowed by Tulane, a huge stop when it matters the most.
Well, I think he wanted Barkate too. Barkate slips on his route. He's going to do a little in and out. He's going to get back to him late, get over there. He's on the ground, has no opportunity to throw the football at that point, and So watch 18 coming in. He doesn't slip there, has a chance to create some separation. But then after that, no one open. Good job defensively.
Todd Polino, 3 for 4 on field goals. This from 34 yards out. And we've got a flag, which has been the theme of this drive, but the first against Duke.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 15. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Well, self-inflicted wounds, it's been an issue for Duke, coming off a performance in which they had 5 turnovers in a game where, for the first half, they looked better than Illinois. There was also a costly special teams miscue on a punt return very early in the second half that we'll get into. 39 yards now for Polino. Why not? Use him if you got him. And Manny Diaz is saying that should be the 3rd penalty on Tulane on this drive.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That's against Justin Pickett, so add 5 more yards. Not helping out your kicker at all.
No, and he's just standing out there as well. Those kickers do not want to be the center of attention. They want to get in, kick their field goal, and get back to the bench, not stand out there for a couple minutes, continuing to move further away.
Can you ice your own kicker?
That's what they're doing.
44 yards. From 34 to 44, wide right, no good. Pandemonium inside Yulman Stadium. This is how you make it more difficult on yourself. Move a field goal attempt back 10 yards. Polino can't get it. Summerall don't care.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Geico Switch and Save. Get more with Geico. And in part by Discover. It pays to discover.
And a big thank you to the Tulane Beach volleyball coaching staff, Ayal Zimet, Cassidy Seville, for hosting us for a little pickleball. And did you notice all the shots that they showed were us?
Were your fault.
No, that last one was you!
No, you served it up to him. We have to spike it on me.
You got to be able to return that, man.
Oh, come on.
You're trying to tell me how good you were at this game and your K-Swiss shoes? Jamin Gordon, the freshman, former Duke commit, pile driving to the 40-yard line. That's right, he committed to Duke out of high school, but it was John Summerall and Tulane that kept on him on the recruiting trail and got him to sign here. He's got huge upside.
Huge upside. We've seen it already so far this season, but man, he can move 5'10", 200 pounds. Finding a home here instead of there at Duke.
Great contrast to styles. Duke wants to air it out. Tulane will ground and pound to set up the play-action pass. Retzlaff rolls, wide open. Zycarl Lewis in the plus territory. Another flag is down as Lewis, for the moment, has his 4th catch of the season.
Well, that was a perfect example there as we wait for the call of you run, play action pass.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, offense number 4. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, first down.
This will be Jimmy Callaway. But utilizing that play action, that defense is so aggressive, and you have someone coming from the right to left, wide open. Unfortunate, losing some yards right there with the face mask. See that 58% pass attempts off play action. 6th highest in the FBS.
And keep in mind, their offensive coordinator, Joe Craddock, he was raised in the classic air raid system. They don't run the football in that system over time, has morphed into this more, quote-unquote, pro-style attack. So 3rd 15-yard penalty on Tulane here in this first quarter of action. AAC versus the ACC. 6 all-time matchup. Retzlaff, smooth, through a tight window, incomplete to Anthony Brown-Stevens for his 3rd catch of the season.
And defensively, you know what's coming. You know if you put 7 defenders in the box, they're going to have some sort of route concept on the back end. It's a numbers game in this run-pass option. You just have to anticipate where they're going to throw the football from there.
Defense number 97, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And they get the 15 yards back with roughing the passer from Vincent Anthony there. Right now, Retzlaff has just seen things well in the pass game. We've seen a couple nice pulls in the zone run game as well. You said at the beginning, Lowell, 38 days from when he got here to the first game, he's going to continue to get better the more reps he gets in this offense.
This is a huge jump, especially in the pass game. Looks so much more comfortable than he did in the first 2 games. Here against Northwestern, on the road against South Alabama. That penalty was on Vincent Anthony, one of the best sack artists in college football. Throwing it back to Arnold. One-on-one, a missed tackle. A problem for Duke inside the 20 for Jamin Gordon.
They wanted the tight end sneak right there. That's just a mature play from the quarterback. If it's not there, find the running back, get it out of your hands right now. Don't take a sack. And then a nice move from the young running back to keep his feet, keep his balance. We talk about being an athlete. First thing that you look at from these guys is, can you stay on your feet? Nice job there for number 23.
Like that Gordon kid. 12 missed tackles for Duke last week against the Illini. Power formation here. Anthony Miller in motion, the tight end. The give to Zuberi Mobley, and he's going backwards. Duke TFL. When they are going well, it is the sexy stats that Duke gets. The sacks and the tackles for loss.
The sacks, it's winning the first and second down. That's what they need to do in this ball game. make Tulane have to throw the football in situations where it's not play action pass, where you're worried about those linebackers coming up. But right now, Tulane is winning first and second down with the pass and the run right now.
Mobley, crunched. You can hear it up here. A flag is down. It was Caleb Weaver delivering the damage.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 players lined up in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Here is a hit by Caleb Weaver. Bad intentions.
The penalty has been declined.
Him and
Third
Kendall
down.
Johnson coming there for the combination. I don't know if I agree with that. When the tight end moved off the ball, as you see Summerall complaining about right now, as the tight end moved off the ball, receiver moved onto the ball.
Brendan Sullivan is now checking in as an extra quarterback, so Retzlaff is out there with the Iowa transfer. Sullivan with Retzlaff in motion. Inside pitch and a nifty play. Bryce Bohannon taking on Duke by himself to the 5-yard line. Joe Craddock dipping into the bag of tricks.
I got a little nervous there. I'm like, throw the football. I thought he was going to throw it, obviously, to Retzlaff. That's what they wanted the defense to think, too. You feel the defensive end coming up the field to take down Brendan Sullivan. And then the pitch. Watch Vincent Anthony see the speed over the top. I was like, get rid of it. And then the nice, easy pitch to Bohannon underneath, and to see the speed of 83 to weave his way inside the 5.
Just Retzlaff. Sullivan steps off the field. Retzlaff will run it all day, trying to find the edge. Will not get it, and is dropped by Deshaun Stone, sophomore out of beautiful Asheville, North Carolina. And Weaver was there to assist.
Well, it's not, if you want to go east and west against this defense, well, that's the difficult part, especially in the red zone when they're anticipating a run. The safeties and the linebackers, they all got speed. They can beat you. You got it. If you're going to do some trickery east and west, you can do that. But just to say, hey, we're going to use the quarterback to try to hit the edge, easier said than done.
Tulane does not have a touchdown catch by a wide receiver through 2 games. Just the tight ends. Chance for Gordon. Over the feet and hit.
I want to go to that point about the receivers you just brought up. I think the big thing is they don't have a big guy out there. Omari, 5'9". Bryce Bohannon, 5'9". You know, Jimmy Callaway, 6 foot, bunch of 5'10", 6 foot. They don't have a 6'2", 6'3" guy they can just throw it up to.
You got 2 receivers that are taller than 6 foot, and both of them are 6'1". Oliver Mitchell and Trey Shackelford, guys that don't play a ton.
Yeah, they're probably 6 foot then if they're listed at 6 foot.
10th play of the drive. Huge 3rd and goal, trying to capitalize off the missed field goal by Duke. Retzlaff thought about the inside pitch. 2 rushing touchdowns for Jake Retzlaff. They love him here in Nolens.
We talked about this with the coaching staff. When they line up 5 or 6 defenders in the line of scrimmage, you can just run option off the end man on the line of scrimmage. That's all they're doing. And unfortunately, that end man on the line of scrimmage slips, and it's an easy decision once again for Retzlaff to get in the end zone with his legs.
Comes up with his 3rd 2 rushing touchdown performance in his career, his first here at Tulane. And it really seems like the Green Wave taking advantage of the uber-aggressive Duke defense. 14-0, roll Wave. tomorrow night at 7 Eastern on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. It's the Yankees and Red Sox in the final meeting of the regular season on Sunday Night Baseball. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern on ESPN2 with baseball tonight, Sunday Night Countdown. Lower Galindo here with Aaron Murray. Lawrence Sisler is on the field, and it's a 14-0 lead for Tulane over Duke. And Duke football at the 25. KC Kevin Connors, what's up? Kevin, thank you so much. Here is Nate Shepard with his first carry. Oh, the green wave just flying to the football. Still a 4-yard pickup on first down. And we also have the ESPN app fired up, watching all of tonight's action.
It's been a great start to the football season in general. Week 1, week 2 last week. Weren't sure what we're going to get, but it delivered, and week 3 has been terrific as well.
Darian Mensah. Looking downfield and complete to the man they call Queso, Keyshawn Brown. And a 29-yard pickup.
Well, it starts with a running back in the backfield. Really nice block. You're going to get a linebacker coming right down the middle. Take him out. You want to run that fast? I'm going to take your legs out. And we showed that highlight from a couple weeks ago, the ability to push the ball down the field. Nice throw from Mensah to Brown.
Shepard, the local product, breaking out of a tackle. Oh, saying get some, Jack Chinchu. Chinchu does not give up on it, and we are popping pads.
Well, you're going to have a nice block. We're going to give you the ball as a thank you for protecting our quarterback, and you're seeing a lot of too high safeties from Tulane right now, which is saying, hey, we're going to dare you to run the football. We don't believe that you're going to be patient enough to run the football, and we're going to have some protection on the backside with these safeties.
Mensah. Oh, what a catch! How did Cooper Barcade do that? No, they're saying out. It looked like the Harvard transfer had the toes in. They're saying incomplete.
I look like he had both. Let's see.
Maybe on the line, that left foot.
Great body control there, though. I love that. Yeah.
Inside screen to Brown. Brown slips by one man. There's two men inside the 20-yard line for Keyshawn Brown.
We were watching Duke versus Elon a couple weeks ago, and the first thing I said watching that game as a preparing just to talk about them versus Illinois is, man, the speed at the receiving position is unreal.
To the left side for Peyton Jones. Maybe the most explosive runner in this Duke backfield.
Well, they need a touchdown right now. It's a good job keeping their defense, giving the defense a breather to figure out how do we stop the Tulane offense, but got to get some momentum back on your side here as we inch our way closer to the end of the first quarter.
Mensah to Barcade. Not catchable. Once again, Jaheim Johnson in coverage.
Well, it's two that have been just, they're too high, they're too outside. And sometimes with a quarterback, when you're trying not to make a mistake, you play it too safe. These receivers, especially Barcade, they're too good with the body control. You have to put it in a spot where those guys can win that one-on-one ball on the outside.
Third down. Jones dropped. Right at the line of scrimmage, Dixon Agu was there for the tackle.
And then Chen Chu coming up from that safety spot. Bend but don't break for this defense. Still 14-0.
Coach, you're looking at a 4th down here in the red zone. What are you going to do?
We're working through that decision right now. We've got options. That's why we ran the ball in 3rd.
What are you seeing from your football team this last drive, this last response as you're down 14-0?
Well, we're moving the ball the last 2 drives. We have to settle down on defense. They've got some things schemed up. We got to make some adjustments and just start getting some stops.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
On the last drive, Duke was able to get it to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back penalties, moved back a field goal attempt, and it was a miss from 44 yards out. What will they do here on 4th and 5? First play of the 2nd quarter. And it looks like Manny Diaz, after that conversation, electing for points.
Yeah, I like it. Get some points on the board right now. Get that goose egg off the board. And like he said, have to figure out a way defensively to slow down this offense. Get to some 3rd and long situations where we can see Duke have some fun schematically.
Since the game clock is not working, game clock operator, please put
And
zeros
Polino
on
is
the
saying,
game
can
clock
we
until it's
avoid the
operational.
penalties
Thank
so
you.
this stays
Let's not ice our own kicker again.
as a 28-yard attempt and not a 38-yarder. So we do have some issues right now with the game clock. The officiating crew made the announcement that the game clock is not working in the stadium, so they are keeping time on the field. "28 yards for Todd Polino. And Duke is on the board. Lauren. And this Todd Polino has put together an amazing career for Duke. He now needs 2 more points to match Sims Linhart for the 2nd most points in Duke program history. Making that 2-9 proud. 14-3, Tulane leads Duke. Polino will kick it away. Anthony Brown-Stevens is back. And that is out of bounds before the end zone, so coming out at the 35-yard line. That's a big mistake. It has not been a clean game for either team.
Kick out of bounds by number 29. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line, first down.
Aaron, what do you think about the Tulane quarterback tonight?
I've been really impressed with Retzlaff to start the first quarter, really just seeing the game. Subtle movements, accurate with the football, finding receivers down the field. The run game, though, man, really is putting this Duke defense on their heels, not sure what to do with some of these reads. And then on top of that, the play-action pass that goes with it. But he's looked the part, like we said, 38 days from when he got here to the first start. You're really seeing a quarterback start to own this offense.
5 for 5, 66 yards through the air, 101 total in the first. There's Duda Barnes and picks up 2 yards on first down.
The hardest thing, because there's only so much you can do schematically on offense with X's and O's. There's always little wrinkles for every offense, but just the language. It's literally learning a new language, then having to be able to get guys lined up, the motions, the shifts. There's a lot going on, so kudos to him for what he's been able to do.
Game clock not working. Officials are keeping track on the field. Retzlaff trying to stay perfect, and that is through the hands of Anthony Miller. He should have stayed perfect. That has to be caught.
Another RPO, run pass option. Well-read, accurate football. Like you said, Lowell's got to catch this over the middle, knowing that there's going to be contact.
Barnes, the tailback, motions to Retzlaff's right. Inside move by Anthony, and it's complete to Shaz Preston. And he takes it to the 41-yard line. Preston, former all-world recruit. He was the number 16 overall prospect in the class of 2022. Only Luther Burden and Evan Stewart were the receivers ranked higher than him when he signed with
That's
Bama.
Pretty good company right there. A little shocking in that last play. Usually Duke known for pressure on their third down and long packages. Decided to go a little bit more coverage. I think Tulane was not ready for that.
And here's the punt by Alec Clark. He's got a booming leg, and this is over the head and into the end zone. So Duke football on the 20-yard line. It has been 3 drives for Darian Mensah, 3 points to show for it.
Yeah, Darian Mensah, he's looked good at times, a little bit too conservative. Want to see number 10 coming out of the break start ripping it down the field.
While Tulane with high hopes that they could reach the college football playoff coming out of the American. It's going to be a good race with USF, 2 marquee wins, but currently trailing Miami. Retzlaff with 2 rushing touchdowns. Mensah has not got the offense going, and Tulane with a huge edge with total yards. Pressure in the face. Sam Howard, he knows Darian Mensah well.
He does. And that's so... It is weird. We're all getting used to it, this whole transfer portal thing and guys moving kind of freely each and every offseason. But listen, all these guys are friends. Maybe there's a little bit of sense of I'm gonna take you down. But talking with the coaching staff, there is no, hey, let's go out there and try to hurt them. We're just here to play some football.
It was so cordial this week. I love to see it because both sides realized the opportunity that Mensah was presented. Can't say no to that. More pressure. Mo Westmoreland trying to track him down. And Mensah scampers out at about the 21-yard line.
I think I've just been more impressed through the first quarter and beginning of the second quarter, just how well the secondary has played for Tulane in this game. Really doing a good job.
Coming into today, South Florida, USF with the best shot from the group of 5 to reach the college football playoff. Tulane, Memphis tied at 19. Memphis will play both Tulane and USF in the regular season. 3 straight trips to the American Championship game for the Green Wave. Mensah to Brown. That's going to be shy of the sticks. No, the spot is right on it. And they're saying first down, Duke.
Let's get lined up and snap this football.
Moore with the carry. There's just nothing there. A flag comes out. As that is a 1-yard pickup.
And they were getting holding on Pickett, number 77, fell to the ground. And then from there, grabbed the defender and brought him down as well.
What do you think about this Duke O-line?
They've played well to start the season, no doubt about it. And
There's no foul. Second down.
But no, going back to your point, I thought they played well to start the season. Would love just more of a commitment to that run game, but it helps the feel that Darien has. Mensah there at the quarterback spot does get them out of a lot of trouble.
Second and 9. Anderson Castle, the carry, and baby Allstott rumbles to the 36-yard line.
I don't even think he knew who Allstott was when the coaching staff brought that up to him. Like, that was my guy. I grew up in Tampa, Florida. Mike Allstott, one of my favorite football players of all time. And Anderson Castle, 6 foot 215. You do not want to meet him in the hole. When he gets his shoulder pads behind him, number 4 will lay the boom.
Duke 1 for 4 on third down.
Man-to-man, find your best matchup.
Good pickup by Castle. Shot downfield, tangled up, flagged down. Andrew Anthony is trying to stretch the field. He got bumped.
Despainey one-on-one. Easy call with the hold on the outside pass interference. And that man-to-man on third and medium, I mean, from the start was grabbing the jersey.
That's LJ Green.
Pass interference. Defense, number 22. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Green, 2 years at Troy, recruited by John Summerall. Played for him as a freshman. Now he's back with Summerall here at Tulane. Something you mentioned, though, coming into this game, speed for Duke at receiver.
Yeah, that's the hard part. They've done a good job playing coverage, playing soft on top. And right there, third and medium, you got to get to some man-to-man. You want to give up an easy throw, but you can't lose right off the line of scrimmage.
Quayshawn Brown, number 7, the only Duke player with a catch. Castle cuts it back, lowers the shoulder. It's always a fight when the App State transfer totes the rock.
Well, you could just see him leaning forward, keeping those shoulder pads in front of his toes, looking for contact. But right there, good job feeling it. Cut back.
Back to Anderson Castle, left side. And the stop is made at the line of scrimmage.
Well, what we talked about last week, I brought this up to you during the week, is of, yeah, they just felt like they got away from that run game so early versus Illinois. They were in the game until early the fourth quarter when it got away. Right now, just being patient with this offense, but they've been able to move the football. It's now of, once we get into plus territory, can we maybe take a shot to make our life a little bit easier?
2 red zone trips, 2 field goal attempts, 1 make, 1 miss. Moore gobbled up. Sam Howard is that dude for the Tulane defense.
Well, just patience there for number 15, and another third and longer situation. Then trying to get the football to Barkate, and those two have just been off this game. They're going to move 18, it looks like, into the slot. If they go any kind of shell, 2 high safeties, see if he can work the middle of the field. They're going to go single high here.
Mensah to the end zone. Barkate caught it. Is he in? No. Second one awfully close to Cooper Barkate.
That was all Javion White. Number 3 pushing Barkate to the sideline. Step for step, stride for stride. catch. Oh, the right foot out of bounds, barely. He juggles it anyways. Don't think it would have mattered. Those two have just been barely off. Mensah and Barkate.
Polino looking for his 5th career field goal of at least 50 yards. Bad snap. Tulane pounces on it. Green wave. Get the stop. Get the football. More special team blunders for this Duke squad. It caught up with them early in the second half against Illinois. It's dooming them here early in New Orleans.
Media timeout. There's 9:14 left in the second quarter.
A bad snap. Reynoldsson cannot handle the contact by Smith. And it was Manny Diaz that said after the loss to Illinois, we were the architects of our own demise. Kevin, thank you so much. Not a good sign for Brent Pry, head coach of Virginia Tech. And how does it relate to Tulane? Well, this offseason, anytime there's going to be a coach opening, the name John Sumrall will come up. He has done a tremendous job. And now season number 2 for the Green Wave. And there's a big hole for Mobley, who takes it for 4 yards.
I think the big thing heading into this game, watch the tape with Tulane through the first couple weeks, is this offensive line had to be better in the run game, in pass protection as well. And obviously big concern going against this Duke and how good the defensive line is and how aggressive they are at the second and third level, but been really impressed with those 5 guys up front for the Green Wave.
So coming out of break, there was 9:14 left to play here in the second quarter. Retzlaff, open receiver, and Anthony Brown-Stevens got annihilated by Wesley Williams. Goodness.
His quarterback tried to hold them up just enough, like, oh, there's a player out there, catch it and be ready to turn your head around. And Wesley Williams dropping the coverage was right there to make the tackle.
That was a my bad slap to the back of the helmet by Retzlaff. You never did that, right?
I've set a couple of guys up for failure every now and then. But
what would A.J. Green say to you if you let him into a hit?
Rookie, don't ever do that again. But I don't think I ever did, though. Not A.J. I would never do him like that.
He want to let you. 3rd and 3 for the first year. Tulane starting quarterback. Swing pass. Staying up. And the bounce out for Barry Mobley, the transfer from FAU, has the first down pickup.
We're bringing both linebackers and a safety. The play call is perfect. Actually, a missed block on the outside from one of the receivers. Could have been an even bigger play. But stays on his feet, puts that right hand down, and finds a way to get another first down for this offense. Everything just is working out well offensively right now. Well, big man's out front motioning again.
He was a destructive force, gets some again. But winning that battle in the hole is Mekhi Jones. He's got the tackle. So Joe Craddock, offensive coordinator for Tulane. He was the starting quarterback at Middle Tennessee when young Manny Diaz was the defensive coordinator. Diaz has been very, very intrigued on Craddock's evolution as a play caller, because in those days it was the old school air raid. Like, we do not run the football, a very different pro style approach now. Pressure off the edge. Retzlaff handles it like a champ. Open receiver. Preston inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 28 yards.
The safety pressure, he knows it's coming. He sees the safety creeping down. Steps up, nice block on the outside, but really nice job by the quarterback. Throw the big crosser to get them into the, essentially the red zone right now at the 20-yard line.
A Tulane receiver did not have a catch of greater than 20 yards coming into this game. It was only the tight ends with the big gains. Preston for 28 there. Diamond formation now for Retzlaff. Retzlaff pulls it. Will try to find some room. Made a man miss. Shake him, bake him, Sully, Jake Retzlaff.
They lost a quarterback, but I think they found a quarterback. I mean, this zone read game right now, it's just one of those things where everything's slow. He's seen the linebackers move. He's seen the defensive line move. He's pulling it, feeling the leverage, and then just sniffs out the end zone for his third rushing touchdown of the first half.
He froze Kamari Robinson. It looked like that young man's feet were in cement. This was billed as a return of Darian Mensah. How about the emergence of Jake Retzlaff? Our Monday Night Football doubleheader features the Bucs-Texans at a special start time of 7 Eastern on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Deportes. Then Chargers-Raiders on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Both games available on the all-new ESPN app. Welcome back to New Orleans. Logan Galindo here with Aaron Murray. A 21-3 Tulane lead over Duke. Jake Retzlaff has stolen the spotlight from Darian Mensah and has 3 rushing touchdowns for Tulane. They've scored on 3 of their 4 drives. Duke, meanwhile, has reached the red zone twice, but only has 3 points to show for it. Our Monday Night Football doubleheader features the Bucs-Texans at a special start time of 7 Eastern on ABC, and ESPN Deportes. Then Chargers-Raiders on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Both games available on the all-new ESPN app. You surprised, Aaron?
Yes, very much. Not saying we were expecting like a go out the other way, but I mean, this Tulane team has played significantly better than they have the first 2 weeks of the season.
The Mandeville native cutting back inside. Nate Shepard from Mandeville, which is on the other side of Lane Pontchartrain, picks up the first down. Gerard Henderson with the tackle.
I just think back, even back last week, Tulane and their win for South Alabama was not pretty early. Got better at the middle of the game, and they gave up some points towards the end as well. But big improvements defensively.
Swing pass there. Brown with his 5th catch, the only Duke player with the catch. And that's going to go for a 1-yard loss.
That's all Jaheim Johnson on the outside, pushing his blocker into the receiver, not giving any space. Tulane defender down.
And we do have the issue with the clock outage. So the clock in the stadium. Clock in the stadium is not working. The officials are keeping time on the field. Coming into this drive, there was 5:33 left. So we're thinking about 5 minutes left to go here in the first half, as that is Gerard Henderson down in pain.
Let's say a little QB comparison in this game. You said it, Lowell. The big focus this week is on Darian Mensah making his return, and just been off a little bit on a lot of his throws down the field. Only 5 of 12, 67 yards, a couple of rushes, and Retzlaff's been near perfect here in the first half.
Sis, what do you got?
Look, Retzlaff told me this week, he said, look, I am a passionate guy. And so when it comes to the touchdown celebrations, he said, look, I ain't got nothing in my head. I ain't got nothing for you. So I just run around, scream my head off. He pretty much screamed his head off as he ran off the field, high-fived all his players, and you can tell this guy is jiving right now, feeling it, feeling the energy, and feels at home.
He should. Knows John Summerall very well. Summerall tried to get him out of Riverside College to come be the quarterback at Troy. BYU swept in late, got him, but now reunited here at Tulane. 2nd and 11. Patient running, now the burst. Shepard to the 50, lost the ball. Did it come down and out on contact on the field? And the officials say yes.
Looks like he's coming back, though. Maybe a penalty on Duke.
Holding, offense number 72. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Mac Craycraft, the guilty party, is on the watch list for the Remington. It's a really good center for
There's
this Duke team.
4:25 left in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it's been really good. Just having a center that knows, can get everything set up. It's a little ticky-tacky as well on Craycraft, the center. I don't know if I would have thrown a flag on that one.
4th penalty for Duke. And now 2nd and forever. 21 yards to go. Another flag. Brown shaking to the 32-yard line. Is this going to be number 5 on 2?
Illegal shift by number 85 and number 7. Penalty is 5 yards from the previous spot. Second down.
First half of football against Illinois and Durham last week, Duke looked like a team that could upset one of the better teams in college football and be one of the best in the ACC. It looks different now.
No, it looks different now. Both sides of the football, not just one side here in the first half, but the theme of last week was self-inflicted wounds. It has re-emerged once again in this ball game here in the first half.
Completely unraveling since the start of the second half last week. Mensah with plenty of time, picked off! Javion White! His 3rd interception of the season. He entered today, 1 off the national lead. That's number 3 for number 3. And to the fan in the stands.
3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the second quarter.
And he baited him. Just baited him with the high-low. You're going to get a flat route with a corner out over the top. And you see him just nicely back away, show that he was coming up initially. Quarterback think, all right, I'm going to throw it on top of him, and then just backs up and makes an interception.
Javion White has been unstoppable. Some pushing there with Darian Mensah. That is takeaway number 8 for the Tulane defense. Now 7 turnovers for Duke this season. Retzlaff. This is a man with an abundance of confidence. Omari Hayes out at the 10-yard line.
Omari Hayes one-on-one with the freshman safety. You love that matchup. Well-designed and understanding personnel, who's out there defensively. Let's take advantage of that matchup in the slot, and all of a sudden, bam, one play, you're back inside the red zone.
Does Retzlaff hog the spotlight here, though?
Well, zone read has been dangerous going against this defense.
He's tied the school record with 3 rushing touchdowns. And out of reach to Justin Reed. So tied the school record for rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Looking for more. And only the 2nd incompletion on the night for Retzlaff. Both of them, balls that could have been caught.
This is one. This is still the issue inside the red zone. If you're unable to run the football, who can win a one-on-one ball on the outside with receivers that don't have a lot of height? You gotta have to lean on the run game.
Bohannon in motion, low snap. Retzlaff picks up 3.
And you just love Lowell, a nice 6'3" receiver. You put backside, you single him up, you give him an opportunity on an isolation route. And I just don't know if they have that individual right now that you can trust. So it's going to always come down to the legs of their quarterback.
Getting close to the 2-minute timeout. The clocks are not working inside the stadium. Officials keeping track on the field. We do have some size at tight end, 82, Johnny Pescuzzi at 6'4". And I believe that will be the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
Commanding lead for the Green Wave. They will try to add more. 3rd and goal when we return. Kevin, thank you so much. Aaron's very intrigued. He has no idea what happened with the Georgia Bulldogs earlier today.
No clue whatsoever. I wait till after our game.
How about this? Barnes in for the Wildcat. That's Brendan Sullivan in motion. Barnes is going to keep it. He's going to flip it. Jimmy Callaway trying to sift through traffic. That ain't going to work. And Duke was able to snuff it out and make the stop.
What's going to be a hard part right now is Duke obviously going to get the ball back.
Duke, first charge of the half.
They're going to get the ball back. No idea for a 2-minute drive quarterback what the time is on the clock.
Figure it out, right?
Yeah.
There's
Well, there
152
is the Taco Bell Live Moss student section. Only one student section can claim the title of Live Moss student section of the year. Who will take the trophy home this year? They showed up early. They made sure to find the side of the stadium where Duke was warming up, specifically the quarterbacks. There were some choice words.
There was good booze.
Yeah. So that's what the Tulane coaches weren't sure. What would the reaction be from the students and fans? Nothing but love for the Tulane coaches with the return of Darian Mensah.
Great environment, beautiful night here in New Orleans. The fans have showed up.
Patrick Durkin trying to show up here for the 29-yarder. And up and good, and Durkin has his 4th field goal, or 6th field goal. Check that. Don't want to shortchange my man. He's one of the national leaders. But that's been the story for Tulane coming into this game, wanting more success in the red zone. And that's the first time we've seen them have to settle for third.
I understand, like once you get to 3rd down outside the 5-yard line, you kind of have to throw the football. They just don't have that option right now, so you have to get to a little trickery. You got to run it. So we'll see as they develop as the season goes along. Obviously, have not needed to use it too much tonight because of the success of the quarterback run game.
Well, tomorrow on Sunday, NFL Countdown before the Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl rematch, Saquon Barkley goes one-on-one with Marty Smith. Plus, can Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers stay hot in A-Rod's Pittsburgh debut? And Randy's best catches of the week, and you got mossed. Sunday, NFL Countdown, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. 24-3 lead. Tulane over Duke. The 6th matchup between these programs all time. Duke leads 3-2 with 3 consecutive wins. Well, the first half has been all Tulane, aided by untimely Duke penalties and blunders on special teams yet again. And still no return. Soft kicks against Durkin. Lauren.
Hey guys, on that last drive, you saw Javion White with the interception, and he knew exactly where to go in the stands. His little brother, DeChauncey White, 18 years old, played football with him in high school. He was so pumped up about it. He ran over there, flipped him the football, and you saw the big smile on DeChauncey's face. I went over and asked him about it. He said, look, I'm so proud of my brother, so proud of him. Outside of football, he's such a great person. And he told him, hey, if you get a pick tonight, I'm going to be standing there. I'm going to be ready for you. And he knew exactly where he was at.
This secondary, Javion White, Isaiah Shine, Jaheim Johnson, deserve a ton of credit. Mensah swings it out. Castle, one hand's all he needs to the 30-yard line.
I mean, this is, you'll see it throughout the season, this will be one of the better passing attacks in the ACC. There's no doubt in my mind. We've seen it to start the season already, and they have shut them down here in the first half with that interception to put more points on the board.
We know there is under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We believe it's around 90 seconds. Clock is not working inside the stadium. Officials keeping track on the field. Mensah back-to-back to Castle. Castle lowering the boom. And right near the 40, call it the 39. And Castle becomes the first player outside of Quayshawn Brown to have a catch in this game. He's got 2. Brown with 5. Mensah all day. That's thrown behind and lit up by Dixon Agu.
All they're doing defensive right now is just playing a cover 2, 2 high safeties, protect those corners on the outside.
1:22 left in the second quarter. 1:22.
Middle of the field's open. You can still continue to take these checkdowns. Plenty of time. You have your 2 timeouts to go. You can continue to check the ball down if they're going to play a shell defense.
We hear the announcement, 1:22 remaining in the second quarter. Mensah has not done much with the legs tonight. Throwing across his body, almost another one. Javion White nearly had his second of the night and fourth of the season.
Pass. Ruling on the field's incomplete.
Dangerous throw by Mensah.
It's just a lazy throw. That is, you know you cannot do that as a quarterback. I think that's lazy, and then also a little bit of a frustration from Mensah as well. Things aren't going well. I mean, you got a guy in your face. That should have been an interception. That was a gift to Mensah that ball was not picked off for the second time here tonight by White.
Mensah, 7 of 17, 81 yards and an interception for the man that took a reported 2 years, $7.5 million deal to transfer to Duke. Long throw, complete to Barcate, first catch of the night, and he's down at the 47-yard line.
That's the guy you got to find a way to get going in this football game. Finally put him in the slot versus shell defense. Found the soft spot in the zone and settled there nicely for his quarterback.
And we got a whistle right at the snap. And this is also confusing with the fact that the clock is not working.
Before the snap, timeout. Tulane. First charged of this half. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Or excuse me, second quarter, 59 seconds.
So there is the clock. It has not been working for the duration of this second quarter. I don't know how coaches with time management handle this.
Quarterbacks too. I think your mindset is let's just go as fast as we can and just hope that there's enough time when it's all said and done. I don't know how much the coaches are getting information of the time or just whenever the refs are letting them know, maybe on the sidelines as well.
So we got 59 seconds left.
Look at you being all smart. Got to put it on your phone?
I am going to put it on my phone. Let's see how accurate this is. Mensah pressure. Rolling, throwing to the sideline, flag is down. He was looking for Andrew Anthony. And Jarick Garner had the pressure. And that will be against Tulane.
Holding, defense number 4. 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down. The clock will start on the snap of the football.
I've got 50 seconds remaining. The flag on Chris Rogers.
There's 51 seconds remaining in the first half. 51 seconds.
Only off a second.
Not bad.
A little ticky-tack penalty there once again.
A Duke touchdown would be enormous. Have not been able to get it going. Mensah to Castle, his third catch of the drive, looking for the sideline or a perimeter block down to the 25-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see when this defense gets a little bit more aggressive now that they're creeping towards the red zone. So they start pressing his receivers on the outside, or they continue to play shell.
About 35 seconds left. Mensah dancing, has to dump it to Castle, catch number 4, and smartly gets out of bounds. Javion White forced him out.
Loses 4 yards, though, and I like the decision to continue to play this.
27 seconds left in the first half.
How are we looking at that?
Seconds.
I got 23.
Oh,
pretty close.
A little slow.
Well, it was the start of the ball. That threw me off a little bit.
But yeah, listen, if you're Tulane, you walk away with just giving up a field goal. You are ecstatic heading into halftime. Do not let an explosive play over your head for a touchdown.
Mensah directing traffic, throwing off the back foot, open for the score, Samir Higgins. And Darian Mensah throws his first touchdown inside Yulman Stadium since November 28th. He was chucking them for the Green Wave back then, now for the Blue Devils.
That's just a quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Scramble drill. He's going to run a dig route on the outside. Actually gets doubled by the safety in corner. Not where you want to go with the football. Mensah sees that, but as soon as he breaks outside the pocket, Higgins breaks it high and leaves that safety in corner in the dust. And a nice football from his quarterback for the touchdown.
Line it up for the two-point conversion. Trying to make this a closer margin. Extra point would make it 14, looking for 13. Backside pressure, Mensah is dropped. And Cam Hamilton is the man to drop him.
Well, I don't really know about that one.
The call to go for two?
Yeah.
Is that because the issues in the kicking game?
Are you pretty much saying that we're not going to kick a field goal the rest of the game?
Maybe.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half. 18 seconds.
I don't know. I think you walk into halftime feeling good about being down essentially 2 touchdowns. You still are, but 14 points looks a little bit better than having to go for 2 once again at some point in this game. I don't know if I agree with that call. I want to take another look at the touchdown. Still feels good, though, to get into halftime.
I just like knowing if you got the extra point, it's just clean, 14 points.
Yeah, let's watch it right here. You see the dig route. Double, bam, then spins right around the corner route.
And what did Tulane tell us about their eyes defensively, what they were expecting?
You gotta keep it on your receiver. You can't get caught looking at the quarterback moving around.
They were expecting an onslaught of double moves.
Timeout. Tulane, 30 seconds, second of this half.
Well, that was even a double move. That was just purely, this is scramble drill. Someone goes high, someone goes low. My quarterback is outside the pocket. I'm gonna be the guy taking it high.
Well, they got guys going. Anderson Castle, 4 catches all on that drive. Barcade finally got his first catch. He was very close, just like a shoe size away of having 2 critical catches earlier in the game. And then Higgins getting on the board with the touchdown. Retzlaff has still been the story, 10 of 12, 133 yards. He's tied a Tulane single-game record with 3 rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Still a lot of time for Mensah to get going. That certainly helps. No return. Green Wave football, 25-yard line, and they got some shoving at the 15.
What a first half for that quarterback. Just all the stats, but I think more than anything, man, just the confidence, because he's hearing it too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was our guy last year. Oh, that's a guy that got $7.5 million. Oh, we wish we could have paid for him, but instead we had to go to the portal and get, like, he's hearing all that and feeling it. And to have the half that he had, you definitely walk into the locker room with a little bit of swagger for the new Tulane quarterback.
And this should do it for the first half, as Retzlaff will line up and take a knee. And the Green Wave will go to the locker room with their second largest halftime lead against a power conference opponent in the last 20 years. So the American flexing its muscle against the ACC. Retzlaff, 10 of 12, 133 yards, and Kevin Connors, 3 rushing touchdowns. Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Geico. A perfect night here in New Orleans, Louisiana, as Tulane trying to go 3-0 for only the third time in the last 50 years. A 24-9 edge for Tulane. And the game that was billed as Darian Mintz's return to his former program to take on Tulane. Jake Retzlaff has made this his coming out party here in the Crescent City. 10 of 12 through the air, 133 yards, no turnovers, 57 rushing yards with 3 touchdowns on the ground. That ties a program record for the most rushing touchdowns in a game by a quarterback. Tulane will receive the opening kick and start with the football. And here we go. Brown Stevens will take it to the 12-yard line. Welcome to New Orleans. Lower Galindo here with Aaron Murray. Lawrence Sisler is joining us from the field. What's even more remarkable of the performance for Jake Retzlaff is the fact that Coach Summerall told us, listen, if he struggles in this game, we could go to the backup to give him a little bit of a break. That was something that was even talked about. Retzlaff has put that to bed.
You look at the highlights, he's been in complete control of this football game, running the football, seeing it extremely well in the zone schemes, and then using the play action pass on top of that to get the ball up and over those second level defenders. I mean, he has really put these defensive ends and linebackers for Duke in a blender in the first half. We'll see if he can continue in the second half as well.
Retzlaff will keep it. Tries a stutter step and not able to get away from Deshaun Stone. The DNA of the Duke defense, tackles for loss. They have a handful of those. 0 sacks, though, against Retzlaff here tonight.
Well, it's because they're losing first and second down. Tulane is dictating first and second down, getting positive yards, running the football, getting the third and manageable, where Duke really has not been able to get into their exotic third down, AA, 5-6 guys on the line of scrimmage package that we've seen for the first 2 weeks of the season.
Retzlaff, play action thrown behind his receiver, setting up Zycarl Lewis to get rocked. And for Tulane, these are the situations they've tried to stay out of. Third and long, keep your eye on Vincent Anthony and the blue and white, number 7. Has 3.5 sacks on the year, national leader.
Now look what they're doing defensively. They're going to present 5 guys up front, essentially creating a bunch of one-on-ones against the offensive line.
Bookend defensive ends as good as it gets in the ACC with Anthony and Wesley Williams, 97. Retzlaff feels the pressure, gets out of it. He's got room to run. Retzlaff rolling, first down, ball is out. Who will recognize him, pick it up? It looks like Duke has pounced on it. And how quickly momentum can change. Nick Morris recovers Duke football.
They picked up the blitz. He did a great job getting out of it. And then the hustle, I mean, that's what you're taught to do. Make the tackle, but punch that football out of the hand of the quarterback.
I told you to look out for Vincent Anthony, right?
Yeah, he hasn't really made a lot of noise in the backfield, but right there, just a hustle play down the field for number 7 to knock it out. And like you said, maybe get some momentum. They scored a touchdown before halftime.
First takeaway for Duke all season long. Mensah rolling to throw. Eyes downfield. Barcade. Second effort. Did he get it? And they're saying complete to Cooper Barcade. 2 incompletions on the sideline that have been very close. It's a favorable call there.
I really like Barcade. I mean, ball's high. Yeah, I think he's got it, that left foot.
The ruling on the field of a completed catch on the sideline is under further review.
Again, it's more on Mensah. It's a few times now where he's not been accurate with the football. It's one of his primary targets, Barcade.
It's a freshman All-American, or FCS All-American for Harvard a season ago.
Let's watch it. Obviously, gonna get the initial bobble. When does he get control of the football? Right there. And I think that left toe is down before the knee goes out of bounds. Is bang, bang. Ball on the field is a catch.
Looks like a catch. I mean, the ball is moving a little bit, but not to the point where you could say that he has lost control of the football.
I think it depends on, does that left toe lift up quickly as he gets control?
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. First out.
Heck of a play by that young man.
He's needed it. It's been very close to a couple of big ones tonight. And now Mensah and Duke starting to cook. Mensah with 2 years here at Tulane, recruited by Willie Fritz, developed by John Summerall. Led Tulane to the American Championship a season ago. Little delay. Jones. Check that Moore. To the sideline, stiff arm inside the 5. And Jaquez Moore.
That's just good play calling there from Jonathan Brewer. Understanding when we go from a 2x2 to a 3x1, they're going to bounce back to 2 high safeties, present a light box. Great opportunity to run the football.
Moore will not get around the green wave as Jack Chinchu was there with Harvey Dyson. Transfer from Texas Tech, which helped them stop the run this season.
His defense was great there in the first half. Give that touchdown late on a scramble drill. Trying to keep the momentum on their side in this game. Don't want to turn this into a one-score game by giving up a touchdown early here in the third quarter.
Third red zone trip for Duke. 1 field goal to show for it. Moore with the carry. Moore tries to cut it up. And spotted at the 4. Chinchu with the stop.
We want to see more of the running game and more in this football compared to what we saw a week ago against Illinois. And there has definitely been more of a concerted effort to run the football for Duke. Let's see if they can benefit now and maybe get your quarterback on the move. Get this ball in the end zone.
Mensah pulls it, open, back of the end zone, Landon King with the touchdown. His first touchdown as a Duke Blue Devil. He's from Beaumont, Texas. Friends and family have made that short 4-hour drive here to New Orleans to witness that.
So it's like the caboose is wide open. You're gonna get so much action and speed going to the flat. All the defenders run. And he's going to get vertical first to buy some separation between him and the flat defender. All the defenders move to the right. He's kind of laying behind for the easy completion to get in the end zone.
Polino, extra point is good. And Darian Mensah is starting to feel the flow, finding the rhythm in his return.
Oh, it starts with the defense getting the punch out to get the ball to the offense. Use the momentum they gained from the first half. Get the run game going a little bit. Find a touchdown. That's 2 touchdowns now for number 10.
This is the American on ESPN. Tulane, the preseason favorites in the American. Watching this lead get whittled away. It was a 24-3 edge over Duke. But Darian Mensah starting to get hot, bringing the Blue Devils back. Polino with the kickoff. And the Green Wave will take over at the 25. Lauren, what do you got?
Yeah, you said it there, Darian Mensah getting hot. It was all about getting in rhythm. Manny Diaz said, look, it's not that far out of reach. It's not as bad as it looks. We're playing well between the 20s. We just got to get better in the red zone. And, of course, cleaning that up. They got the stop. That was big for them. And for Darian, it was getting into rhythm and trusting the guys that are around him to make the plays. So that's big for them. Summerall, said, we can't give this one away. The momentum, he said, his message to the team, do your job, plaster in coverage. We don't give up a touchdown. Obviously, it didn't work well for them there. But it's all about doing your job. We'll see how they respond.
Thanks, Lauren. Huge game here for Tulane. Jake Retzlaff has looked outstanding, especially on the ground. Justin Reed, the tight end, in motion. Pressure in his face, his sidearm throw, and Wesley Williams was bearing down fast.
This is still a football team that has the identity of their head coach, Manny Diaz. Play great defense. Let's get going that way. Let's be aggressive. You see Wesley on the edge, does a good job not biting the play action. Able to get some pressure on the quarterback to cause an inaccurate pass. All of a sudden, this defense starting to feel themselves.
Four-man rush. Screen nearly picked off in and out of the hands of David Anderson. Vincent Anthony was there with the pressure.
We were pretty close right there to a big man celebration. He catches that ball clean. He might walk that into the end zone for a touchdown.
No gloves. No gloves for the big man.
He's also a big man, you know, not necessarily an athlete. That's an easy catch. Got to catch that one, big 44. All of a sudden, you see a Tulane team starting to press and start making mistakes that we didn't see in the first half.
And this is the good luck play for a quarterback. 3rd and 10, good luck against this Manny Diaz-led defense. The coordinator, Jonathan Padkey. Throw is low, but complete on the perimeter, lower in the shoulder, and it's a first down pickup for Duda Barnes.
You want to talk calming the nerves right there, Lowell. There's a lot going on. You fumbled it, you just got hit, then you almost threw a pick to a big guy. Now all of a sudden you just throw a little easy pass to the outside. It gets a first down. You can take a breath. Let's run the football a little bit now and get back to who we are offensively and what gave us success in the first half.
Retzlaff tried to thread the needle with pressure in his face to Justin Reed, incomplete.
Right now, just a lot of pressure in the quarterback's face. This is some of the issues we saw a week ago for Tulane against South Alabama early. Not a lot of clean windows for the quarterback to throw the football. That's why he's had to revert to his legs so much.
Surprised they have not gone back to that ground game that was taking advantage of the Duke aggressiveness.
Well, I think right now this is a formation they like to get into to do some more of that zone read and run the football.
From the diamond. Former Duke commit, Javen Gordon spins but cannot get free. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It's a Duke defense that is absolutely stout against the run. 31 tackles at the line of scrimmage for no gain or a loss against the run this season. 3rd best in the FBS.
Right, it's Vincent Anthony who was great on that last play. Green, Aaron Hall, who's a stud. We've seen Wesley Williams. I mean, they are so good up front and so much speed and size.
Retzlaff found Barnes, his running back, on the perimeter for a first down on their last 3rd down attempt. 4-man rush, Retzlaff steps up, scans the field, tucks it, smartly slides, but did he start the slide early? Yes, he did. So the ball is spotted not where you end the slide, but when you give yourself up as a quarterback, it's where you begin the slide, and that's 1.5 yards shy.
That is, you have to be aware of where you need to get to, and you got to dive forward. You have to go at angles. You have to find a way to get into to get that first down.
That fumble was in his head on that play.
I think a little bit, but you have to just put two hands on the football and dive forward for the first down.
Going for it on 4th down. And a timeout.
Timeout, Tulane. First of the second half.
Decision time for John Summerall. What do you do on 4th and 2? Keep the O out there? 8-point lead for the Green Wave. ESPN supports the College Football Playoff Foundation's Extra Yard for Teachers Week each year to celebrate great teachers across the country who have inspired so many of us. Nominate a great teacher in your community by visiting cfpfoundation.org. 4th and about 1.5 yards. Yep, that is Aaron Murray with the sound effects.
I don't like it, Lo. I don't like it unless you're trying to get him to go off sides here. Maybe there's a quick kick from the quarterback.
Retzlaff from the shotgun will take it to the left side. Barnes with the block, got stonewalled. Second effort, he is there for the first down. Yeah, living dangerous.
That was dangerous. Oh, when he got stonewalled, I was like, no! Great second effort from Retzlaff. And this offensive line too, man. The offensive line kept pushing as well. Actually got some really good movement up front. Look at the pancakes. Nice get off from the big boys for Tulane.
But you were saying you love the call, right?
No, I hate the call still. Still don't agree with it, but good job for getting it.
98 rushing yards. The transfer from BYU, team captain for the Cougars last year. Strong arm right on the spot, Omari Hayes. And Hayes comes up with his third catch of the night. He was shut out last week, had 9 in the opener.
Ooh, he fit that one in there too because the backside corner passed it off. Rivers passed the post right off to the field, or to the boundary nicely, and was waiting right there. And Retzlaff showed off that arm strength. I mean, let's just think, they were 3rd and 10, third plus. Got the first down, gained some confidence, and all of a sudden got the 4th down, moving the ball down the field in plus territory.
Brendan Sullivan now in the game. 2 quarterbacks, the Iowa transfer to the left of the BYU transfer. They shift. Retzlaff takes it. Sullivan fakes the toss, throws on the run, complete to Pascuzzi. Iowa to Iowa. 2 former Hawkeye teammates involved in that one.
I love that play. Got you a first down. I think that would have been a great red zone play, though. You know, you talk about you're finding ways to get the ball in the end zone. I think that would have been a nice one to save, possibly. But hey, good job. Little dump pass in the flat. Got the first down.
Pascuzzi had 2 catches in 4 years at Iowa. He now has 4 in 3 games at Tulane. And Sullivan, his former quarterback, swings it out. Hayes trying to get a block downfield and trying to lower the Thunder. Solo stop is made by Caleb Weaver. But some good get up there from Hayes.
Oh, Retzlaff just showing off all the tools right now. Little short stop, turning 2, ripping it out to Hayes on the outside. Love these from these quarterbacks. Watch the quickness. Ball's out. And bam! And then the accuracy allows Hayes to catch it and continue the speed down the field to get another first down for this offense.
11th play of the drive. 3 touchdown drives for Tulane. All Retzlaff runs to cap them. Green Reeve receivers do not have a touchdown catch this year. Bohannon in motion. Retzlaff looking for another one. Breaks out of an ankle tackle. Is that number 4? Yes! Retzlaff sets the Tulane single game record for a quarterback with 4 rushing touchdowns. Toughness personified. Jake Retzlaff.
That was all him too. Didn't like the look. Presented post snap. Moved up to the pocket. And his coach absolutely loves it. John Summerall saying, good job, buddy. 4 rushing touchdowns, a gutsy performance so far midway through the 3rd quarter.
I mean, let's face it, the guy did not look all that comfortable in his first 2 games running this offense.
It is a brand new spanking offense. Not many quarterbacks could come in there and do it, and he's done a good job just getting better and better in command and then trusting his instincts to get into the end zone. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 times here tonight.
Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Geico. Under the bright lights here at Yeoman Stadium, Jake Retzlaff is putting on a show, outshining the former Tulane quarterback Darian Mensah. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns tonight. He is also over 100 yards on the ground in the game. One of the best running quarterbacks in college football. Kevin. Kevin, thank you so much. 31-16 lead for the Tulane Green Wave. Darian Mensah to Nate Shepard, and Shepard forced out. This game is so big for Tulane when it comes not just to the American race, but also the race to be the Group of 5 team in the college football playoff. Entering today, USF was the favorite from the Group of 5 to reach the playoff. They lost to Miami. Huge opportunity for Tulane with a win here. They probably go into next week as the favorite. Shepard with the seam, hitting the crease, hitting it hard, down the sideline. Shepard to the 30. That's the local kid from Mandeville.
He's got a little burst to him too. He's talking about the speed from his receivers, but Shepard showing off a little speed as well, and this offensive line working their way up to the second level. Bruno Fina, the left tackle, locking out the defensive end to give his running back the space and to get downhill. That's just how good and fast this offense is. You blink and all of a sudden they're in plus territory.
Nate's mom and dad, both star athletes at Louisiana Tech. Moore checks back in, gets the rock. And right near the edge of that red zone at the 20. Duke over 100 yards on the ground. First 100-yard rushing game against an FBS opponent since October 18th last year against Florida State. Moore runs out of room. TFL. Bailey to Spaney, they call him Slim.
Well, they're playing 2 high safeties, but these safeties are coming downhill. Any sort of run action. A couple times they've overrun the play there. The Spaney, really nice job wrapping up the running back, taking him down. 3rd down, get some energy here.
Fake by Mensah. And it's dropped by Nate Shepard. And the kick team is coming out. So 4 red zone trips, 1 touchdown to show for those trips.
Had the opportunity, you got blocker in front, you catch that, there's a safety coming down. Man, opportunity to make one man miss, and you got a touchdown, and we've seen the issues. Missed field goal, botched snap. Not a lot of confidence in this unit at the moment.
41 yards. The miss is from 44 from Polino. After that back-to-back penalty situation, blocked! They continue! Tulane got a paw on it. TJ Smith with the denial.
We wondered, Lowell, after when they went for 2 and they kicked the extra point, man, is there just the lack of confidence right now in the kicking game, and I think just better defense there, bending, getting around, and then extending to get the block. It's essentially 9 points missed opportunities there for this Duke team.
Think about it. Since the first drive of the second half against Illinois, they had 2 number 8s out on a punt return. Yep. That should have been a 3 and out. They get the football back down by 1 with momentum. Illinois gets a first down on that penalty. They score a touchdown. You had the back-to-back penalties, moving Polino back on the first field goal attempt, a miss. The botch snap, and now that block.
Quarterback's getting used to it. The offensive line's had some issues we've talked about. Now all of a sudden those things are coming together. You're getting a balanced offense, which is just exactly what you want to present to a defense.
And welcome back to New Orleans. Tulane against Duke. We apologize for the audio issues. 31-16 lead for Tulane. Just blocked a field goal. Retzlaff has been hot. And that is complete to Anthony Miller. Move the sticks, first down.
That's back-to-back drives right now that Duke got them to a 3rd and long situation right off the bat, and they've given up a flat route, essentially just a check down for a first down. Just a little bit too much cushion, thinking, hey, we just got to cover the sticks. Well, you give like a receiver a catch with 6-7 yards and a full set of seam, he's going to get, he's going to get downhill and he's going to get those 5 yards and then fall forward to get the first down. They got to be a little bit more protective coming up on those 3rd downs.
Green Wave has shut down the most prolific pass rush in the ACC. No sacks for Duke. Retzlaff, heaving on the run. Shaz is open. Caught, still rolling inside the 5. Shaz Preston starting to realize the potential that made him a top 20 prospect out of high school. 63 yards for a Tulane team that had a receiving core that did not have a catch greater than 20 yards coming into this game.
Well, the defense expecting the quarterback to throw the deep out route. This is a clear route. No one ever throws this route. You're throwing the high to low. Safeties, corners just sat. And Retzlaff said, okay, fine, the clear route, you're my number 1 guy now. I mean, you're working the out route, and everyone just sits on it. Great recognition, nice arm strength.
Timeout, Tulane, 2nd of this half.
That's that it factor the coaches talk about.
I'm telling you, that is a clear out route. No one ever throws. Great job by him seeing it.
Lauren, he's been busy.
Been cramming it in. I'll tell you, he said, look, most people work a 9 to 5. I was working a 5 to 9, 5 a.m. training room, breakfast, 7 a.m. position meetings, practice, lunch, treatment, lift, team meetings, dinner, more position work, evening offense and defensive walkthrough, and then more treatment. And oh, by the way, all while having to maintain his eligibility with 4 independent study classes at BYU. Legit classes, y'all. You ready for this? Statistics, kinesiology, biomechanics, and organizational behavior. What?
Yeah. Better him than me. That 63-yard completion to Shaz Preston, the longest Jake Retzlaff's career. He had to walk on because the timing of his transfer coming from BYU after Tulane lost Darian Mensah. And putting on a show tonight. You know, he was motivated with all the talk about the former Tulane quarterback. He's come out and said, I'm the guy now.
Show me my money.
Delay. Retzlaff tries to go airborne, 2nd effort. Down at the 1-foot line. There is a flag in the middle of the field.
Holding, offense number 56. 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's going to go against the left guard, Shadre Hurst. When you talk about lack of experience, Tulane returns 2 starters offensively. It's the left side, Graham and Hurst.
Just yanks him down, didn't have to do it. Actually had good spot on the initial push and block. And then as the defender got to his outside, grabs the jersey, drags him down. And we go from a 4 inches to go to now outside the 10-yard line.
All his targets to Retzlaff's left. Retzlaff will keep and is tackled by Deshaun Stone.
It's a great drive right now. We talked about it. This offense's ability to chew up clock, keep it moving. Now as you get to the fourth quarter, well, now you do start worrying a little bit for Duke. Most likely going to be down 3 scores after this possession.
And that will take us to the fourth quarter.
That is the
Jake
end
Retzlaff
of the third
putting his
quarter.
stamp on this Tulane program in his 3rd game as a member of the Green Wave.
You gathered some momentum there going for it on 4th down. Where was your confidence in going for it?
Really high. That's why we went for it. I felt good about it, liked it. Felt like we'd get it. It was a huge third down conversion prior to that with Arnold Barnes in the 3rd and 9 or whatever it was, catching the ball, getting the first. I felt really good about the look.
What does your team need to do now to put this one away?
We need to score here, get stops, and do our job well. Like, nothing stupid. Play clean.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Nothing stupid. When a coach says that, you better listen. Javen Gordon is the running back, the former Duke commit. To the left of John Summerall's first-year quarterback, Jake Retzlaff. Retzlaff looking in zone, overthrown. He was looking for Anthony Brown-Stevens.
I think the back of your mind too, it's a 2-score game right now. You do want to play a little bit safe. Field goal makes it a 3-score game, and you're thinking Duke may only get the ball 2, maybe 3 times here in the quarter. So if it's there, take it. If not, use your legs or throw the ball to bounds and trust your field goal unit's going to put 3 points on the board.
They were only 50% in the red zone, converting to touchdowns in the previous 2 games. 4 red zone touchdowns on 5 trips so far tonight. Lewis, the motion man. Retzlaff will scramble, backside pressure, eludes it to avoid the sack. Vincent Anthony is able to bring him down. And that is a sack from Anthony, the first of the night for Duke.
And there's the speed from 7 around the edge to be able to get to the quarterback. 2 straight passes from Tulane. I understand that a field goal turns into 3 scores. I would have just run the ball twice there. You've had some success running it in the red zone. Not a lot of success passing it. But love those 2 play calls here to start the 4th.
27 yards for Durkin. Durkin nails it. 34-16, Tulane with the lead over Duke. Duke has won 3 straight in this matchup. Matchup number 6 all time between the Blue Devils and the Green Wave. For 20 years, All-State has celebrated every field goal and extra point made at participating universities by donating to the university's athletic scholarship fund, supporting all student athletes. Thank you to All-State. This has been a fun crowd tonight here inside Yulman Stadium. It's a great, quaint college environment. Close to a sellout, about 30,000 here. Smaller universities, this is the way a stadium should be built.
Oh, it feels great. It feels like the fans are on top. I mean, I love our vantage point too, where we are situated in the stadium. You feel like you're part of the game. You can feel the energy in the stadium, and these fans, and especially the students, showed up early this evening, excited about their football team, and then obviously the storylines of Mensa coming back to face them after being QB1 here a year ago.
Let's check in with Lauren.
Yeah, we want to take a moment to honor our teachers out there. Going the extra yard was Manny Diaz's high school AP English teacher, Freddie Rosenfeld. Manny admitted to us that he was good at not putting forth his best effort when it came to writing a paper. He used the word BSing his way through it. You know, after his classmates took a first look at his paper, grading him high, he felt good about it. However, Freddie Rosenfeld took one look at it and knew Manny did not do the work, did not put in the reading, did not put in the effort. Big fat 0 for him. And he said, you know what? That's when it clicked, because he knew he's got to hold himself to a higher standard, and higher standards is where it's at here at Duke, leading this team that operates the same.
Here's Mensa. Looked like he was going to tuck it, then finds Castle, who got popped by TJ Smith, the man that had that block kick earlier.
I think right now for Tulane, it's kind of mentality of, we'll let him move the football, we'll let him take the checkdowns. Our best friend is the clock. If we're going to give up points, let's make him earn it. Drive it for 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Anderson Castle, 5 catches, 22 yards. Mensa back to Castle, give him another one. Cannot break free from that tackle from Sam Howard, the alpha dog of this Tulane defense. 3rd down.
Yeah, they've been great. I mean, to look up and say that, hey, we've held Duke to 16 points Here in the fourth quarter, you feel really good. These safeties are reading the eyes of the quarterback really well. Just keep everything in front. Prevent that big play down the field.
Four-man rush, twist inside. Mensah is hit. And Hazley had an opportunity, couldn't corral it. Bailey Despaney running with him.
How is he going to say this? It feels like this is now all of a sudden where we are in the game, and knowing that Tulane's offense does operate so slowly. Good ball, good no hands there too defensively of leaving it alone. Difficult catch, but going for it on fourth down is the right decision for Manny Diaz.
Mensah needs 3. In front of his former home crowd. Sideline. Brown, no flag until now. It comes out late. They're gonna get Javion White.
Pass interference, defense number 3. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
7th penalty tonight against Tulane.
That's the one that the ball is underthrown, doesn't need to be overthrown. If he throws it out there, has an opportunity for a more explosive play through the air, but just not a lot a defender can do right there. You're just put in a bad situation. You're trailing, you're trying to catch up. Ball's underthrown, and you just run right into the receiver.
Not the right call?
I think it's the right call, yeah.
Tulane continues to drop into coverage, and that was Symir Hagens looking for a second effort to come back to that football.
I just think Mensah's been late with some of these down the field passes. He's late, throwing back shoulders, guys are getting on top, and he's got to get the ball out of his hands a little bit faster and push the ball vertically down the field.
This is a defense coordinated by Greg Gasparano. It knows Darian Mensah very well. Saw him in practice over the past year. They know his tendencies. That was a late pull to Peyton Jones. That was risky. That ball was going to hit the turf, and it's going to set up a 3rd and long.
Again, still mentality though, and you're telling the quarterback in your head, in his head helmet, hey man, don't be afraid to check it down. We're going for it on fourth down regardless. Let's try to get some positive yards here on 3rd and long. And for Tulane, we love an opportunity to get out to the quarterback and maybe get a sack.
Dumps it to Barquet. Barquet trying to cut it up, and this will set up a 4th down, go for it situation for Duke.
They're bringing in the big running back, Anderson Castle. 4th and short. He's been really good out of the backfield too. Also in protection as well. Various times Tulane's brought pressure from the linebacking position forward. Has done a really good job of picking up the blitz. So Tulane wants to go man-to-man and bring a 5th player. You got a guy that can block and then also someone who can catch as well. So they're bringing that pressure, like bringing 5 guys up, and they'll bring one of those linebackers as well. We'll see if they check as Duke checks also.
Play clock down to 1. Mensah, another heave, one-on-one to Brown. Tries to one-handed, incomplete. No laundry. Duke takes a shot on 4th down. Turnover on downs. Brown is slow to get up.
Well, he threw it out there that time. Just missed it. A 4th and half to go for it. Duke takes their chance on the field. Tulane holds strong.
Welcome back to New Orleans inside Yeoman Stadium. This place has been electric from the jump, especially when Tulane started with a touchdown and dominating Duke. Next Saturday at 3:30 Eastern, our SEC on ABC matchup features Auburn going to Oklahoma. You can always watch from anywhere on the all-new ESPN app. That is a monster game. John Mateer, Jackson Arnold. Looking forward to that one. And the SEC. American versus ACC tonight here in New Orleans. And Jake Retzlaff needs 5 passing yards to become the first since the legendary Sean King in 1998 to have 250 through the air and 100 on the ground in one game. He needs a rushing touchdown to join Matt Forte, also the legendary Matt Forte, for the most rushing touchdowns regardless of position in a game for Tulane football. Retzlaff weaving through traffic and met by Kendall Johnson.
I just love, I mean, the story all week, the offseason, Mensa, and then the guy that really has stolen the show has been Jake Retzlaff in this game. It's just his command of the offense. And it's still, we've been within 2 months of him being on campus with these teammates, learning the timing with the receivers, learning the playbook, being able to spin it out in the huddle, get guys lined up, recognize the defense, and then go out there and execute at a high level. It is, man, what an evening.
From Michael Pratt to Darian Mensa, now to Jake Retzlaff. It's a good turnstile at quarterback. He was looking for Bryce Bohannon and matching Sean King, and it's going to set up a punt. 3 straight appearances in the American Championship game for Tulane. They are the preseason favorite. It's going to be a dogfight in this conference this season. So excited for it. They will not face USF in the regular season. They will face Memphis. Memphis is a real interesting team because Memphis gets both Tulane and USF, and the punter is down. There is a flag as Alec Clark got hit. To see what variety of call this is and if it triggers the automatic for roughing. Chandler Rivers got into it.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense number 0. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
This is Manny Diaz needs to, sit his team down on Sunday, Monday, whenever they have their next team meeting, because you just got to show these clips from last week and then this game.
Special teams.
Well, it's special teams. It's mistakes on offense and defense. It's been a lot of missed tackles for the first 2 games of the season as well. We've seen some missed tackles on 3rd and long situations this evening. This team has talent on both sides. There's no doubt about it. But you just can't say, no, we're so close, we're so close. You got to make the corrections, because this is back-to-back weeks where they've put themselves behind the chains.
They were outscored 31-6 in the second half in the loss against Illinois last week. And another flag. Why not get them all out?
Illegal snap. Number 58 on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
But back to this conference race. What is being lost in all this is a team like Memphis, knowing that they get to play Tulane and USF in the regular season before maybe a rematch in a championship game. Because right now it looks like the group of 5 team in the college football playoff at this point is likely coming from the American.
Yes, it looks like it's one of those 3 teams. And
Barnes, little stutter down to the 31-yard line.
And I know USF's been the darling the first 2 weeks of the season with their big wins against Boise State, really dominated Boise State. Obviously, Boise State's it's weird not having them in the conversation right now. And then what they did a week ago to Florida. But then the major loss to Miami today, so they're 2-1 with a big loss, and all of a sudden you have a 3-0 possible team, and we're not fully projecting it right now with 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. But just saying, you have a win against a Power 4 school.
Look at this formation, going with the Wildcat with Javen Gordon. And Gordon spun down by Deshaun Stone.
But they're making a major case, and the way they've dominated this football game on both sides, you've stumped a really talented offense with a big-time quarterback and receivers, and then been able to really show that, hey, we have a quarterback that in 3 weeks has gone from this to this, already breaking school records. We're just now getting started if we're Tulane making our case.
Also love the game plan here in this game for Joe Craddock, and the evolution over 3 weeks of also tailoring the offense a little more to Retzlaff's skill set, which is this right now. Oh, the stiff arm. Welcome to my hand, Chandler Rivers.
Well, and also some of the passing. He looks very comfortable with the play-action pass, sees over the middle field really well. But yeah, this is what he's been doing well. I mean, but he's shown this in the first 3 games, his ability to run the football.
Again, had 195 rushing yards, if you don't count sack yardage coming into this game. 4th best among FBS quarterbacks. And he's got 114 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns in this game. 4th and short, and this is going backwards. Williams is there. And a stuff on 4th down by Duke, and the Blue Devils get the football back. Not done yet.
No, but it's 2-minute mentality right now for Duke. They get a big stop, get off the field on 4th down. Wesley Williams gets some penetration, pushes the O-line back. Now it's Duke's offense's turn to make some noise.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Geico Switch and Save. Get more with Geico. And in part by McDonald's.
Darian Mensah got a reported $7.5 million deal over 2 years to leave Tulane, the quarterback of Duke. Jake Retzlaff had to earn his spot as a walk-on this Tulane team as the man to follow Darian Mensah. Heard all the buzz about the other quarterback that used to be here. He blocked that out. Control the narrative. That's what you always want to do. Backside pressure. Brilliant move by Mensah. And then the hit on him in the backfield by TJ Smith. And it was a heck of a move just to get out of that initial pressure.
Beautiful pocket presence. This is what we're used to seeing from Mensah. Feels it, sets it up nicely, but then wrapping right around. Coming on the backside. There's one more Tulane defender.
Mensah 16 of 31, 164 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the interception thrown to Javion White. Secondary has been phenomenal for Tulane. Uncomfortable in the pocket, that's Hazley. Chris Rogers brings him down.
They got to go, 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 go. It's 2-minute drive the rest of the way here. Down 3 scores, 7 minutes. You have to start taking some shot plays down the field also.
2 plays to pick up 3 yards. And there's a quick slant to Andrew Anthony, former Wolverine and Sooner. Mensah, tough to rattle, known for his California cool. Hit complete to Hazley, who keeps fighting. And with all the talk about the deal for Darian Mensah, it's a life-altering situation and offer for his entire family. His mom raised 3 kids as a single mom after her husband left. Mensah complete to Anthony. She had to go to local food banks, to local churches, to find food to feed her children. Darian Mensah with 1 FBS offer out of high school.
Injury timeout.
Chose Tulane, became a star in 2 seasons here, and now has a life-altering deal from Duke. It's awesome to see.
Oh, I don't think anyone in Tulane blames him or is upset with his decision. And that's the difference between the group of, the group of 5 and the Power 4 right now. The money, it's a problem, and these coaches know it. It's sad because you develop a player, you get excited, and in the back of your head, it's like, I don't know if he's going to be here next year, unfortunately. It's just the nature of the beast in which we live in nowadays.
Lauren. Sam Howard, defensive leader, gets up, and that's what you love to see. Darian Mensah, who played with Sam Howard over 2 years, goes over to Howard and checks on him, gives him a little tap on the helmet. I mean, there is nothing but love, honestly, between Darian Mensah and his former teammates. It's awesome to see how both sides have handled what could have been a very delicate, emotional situation.
Well, I still think it was a little bit of emotional, moment for Mensah too. I mean, these are friends, these are roommates, these are teammates. It's a bond you make, and it's not easy to just pick up and leave, especially at the quarterback position. It's a little different at that position too.
Mensah swings it out. He's got Shepard, and Shepard a little stop and go to the 35-yard line. His eyes shine, forces him out. But tick, tick, tick.
I'm not making the quarterback position bigger than the others, but there is a leadership, obviously, aspect to it. You're the guy in the football team, and it's just a little bit different perception the way that things go in the locker room. So it's harder just to pick up and go.
Mensah underneath, rocked. Dixon Agu. Say hello to Nate Shepard.
Just stand down in his zone coverages, eyes on the quarterback, ready to break on the football.
Here's pressure. Harvey Dyson forcing Mensah to just throw it away. And there is a flag near the line of scrimmage.
Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
And when we talk about Darian Mensah, also just brilliant timing for him. When he got the deal from Duke, that was when there was a big rush to increase payments to players, knowing that the House settlement was coming this summer, which would make collectives less of a force in getting players and paying players, and then instituting revenue sharing with an actual solid cap. So the timing was perfect for Darian Mensah.
They front-loaded his contract early.
That's batted down.
Yeah, you're able to front-load that contract. So a lot of the guys got a lot of that money. So you say the $7.5 million, got a lot of that initially, and then once the salary cap kicked in, and you said the enforcement of some of these collectives, you're not having to really dive into that. Most teams are paying about $15, $16 million. You're not having to pay $8 million. That $4 million per year is not coming all from that 16. So he's not taking up 25% of the cap right now.
It was an offer you can't say no to. Throwing on the run. Incomplete to Barquet. Now, did splurge a little bit. Went out, bought himself a black Mercedes with blue interior to match the Duke theme. But also, this needs to be pointed out, he started a nonprofit back home in California to sponsor underprivileged athletes, to help them overcome growing up in poverty, to try to have some of the success and opportunities Mensah has had in his career.
Well, he's going to need some help right here. 3rd and long. Barquet in the slot.
Quick toss. There's Barquet, Harvard transfer. Got to go for it here.
If you felt good about your kicking game, you could kick a field goal and then still be down 2 scores. But I don't think you want to go deal with that headache based on what we've seen in this game. That's a little touchy subject right now. Don't want to be in those meetings come tomorrow or Monday.
Inside. Throwing on the run, complete to Barquet. A first down to the 10-yard line. And this place got silent real quick.
Nice movement. Only bringing a 4-man rush still, has plenty of time. Keeps his eyes up. Barquet settles right there in the zone.
I love that part of his game. Faces pressure, always looking for an open man. And off the fingertips of Quayshawn Brown in the end zone.
I mean, overall, we were talking about this during the commercial break. This secondary for Tulane is top-notch. Top-notch. There has been very few windows and then very few opportunities when they do go man to win these one-on-one battles on the outside. This is a fast, Illinois said it a week ago too, that coaching staff. Speed on this defense, and they have eliminated that speed.
Pressure in Mensah's face. Thompson to Shepard. Makes one man miss. Hit from behind by Trayvon McAlpine. And it says a lot for this Tulane secondary because it's not just returning guys. It restores last season. They lost 2 corners that are now on NFL rosters. And Rashawn Pleasant got a payday to go join Hugh Freeze at Auburn. Only 2 returning starters on both sides of the ball for Tulane. 3rd down, flag is down, Shepard into the end zone.
Holding, defense number 32. That penalty's decline results in a play, touchdown.
So Nate Shepard, the young man from Mandeville, which is just north of Lake Pontchartrain, comes up with his first career touchdown.
He meant to just buy time, know that you're going to clear it out with those 3 receivers coming from left to right. And the running back comes right underneath for the touchdown.
Two-point conversion. Duke tried one of these earlier. Did not get it. Shepard trying to push forward. And he is in for the successful two-point conversion. And now we've got a 10-point game.
So got some fight with this Duke team. Third touchdown from Mensah. See if they get the onside kick now.
The WNBA playoffs tip off tomorrow, and we'll have all 4 best-of-3 first-round games. Valkyries Lynx begin at 1 Eastern on ESPN, with Fever Dream at 3 on the ABC. Liberty Mercury coverage starts at 5 Eastern on ESPN, and Storm Aces tips at 10 Eastern on ESPN. All 4 games also available on the all-new ESPN app. Duke needs the onside, down by 10 with under 3 minutes left. A little switcheroo with the motion, has to go 10 yards. Great hands by Shaz Preston. That's why you put him on the hands team. Wide receiver bringing it down for Tulane. We'll try to ice this thing. Duke does have 3 timeouts remaining.
3 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout as well. So 4 in their pockets, but you still need 2 scores. So really you got to get off the field fast here. Score and then have success in your second go with the onside kick.
What's the approach here for Retzlaff and Tulane?
I think it's continue to play it safe. Make them use their timeouts, run the football, punt it, and say you got to drive the length of the field, then kick an onside kick, and then score again.
4 rushing touchdowns for Retzlaff in his 3rd game as the Tulane quarterback. Trying to sift through, and it's Kendall Johnson with a stop at the line. A loss of 1 yard. Timeout, Manny Diaz.
30-second timeout, Duke. First of this half.
It was a 24-3 lead for Tulane over Duke. Duke has found a way to get back in the game. They found a way to really take themselves out of contention early with all the penalties. But still, even in the second half, that has hindered their ability to try to come back in this game.
Yes, and then the special teams blunder. And I will say this for Tulane, at moments where it felt like the momentum was somewhat shifting, start the second half. First off, Duke scores at the end of the first half. Tulane fumbles to start the second half. Duke scores a touchdown. You're like, okay, this may turn into something. Third and long situation. Tulane gets a first down, then marches down the field and scores a touchdown. Just love the answers for Tulane to continue to keep the lead throughout the ball game.
Tulane staying conservative and back-to-back tackles for loss. Preston Watson was in there for the stop.
They just want to get more yards for their punter.
There's the miscues by Duke in this game. Speaking of those special teams, early on it was back-to-back 5-yard penalties to move a Todd Polino field goal attempt back 10 yards. He missed, and then they line up again. Bad snap, bad hold. There's a botched attempt. Yeah,
that's there. Then you get the block field goal. I mean, that's the opportunity for 9 points right there just on special teams. And you have the roughing the punter. Gives Tulane the football right back with the 15-yard penalty. Then you go for it a couple times. You didn't get it one time early on. Just like I said, it is not going to be a fun film room to be a part of for special teams with all the miscues.
And let's face it was a slower start for Darian Mensah. He certainly has picked it up to the tune of 242 yards and 3 touchdowns. One more timeout for Duke. They also have the 2-minute timeout. Barnes with the carry. He gets a large chunk back.
Timeout, Duke, third and
so
final
Duke calls their final timeout.
Let's put 2:41 up on the game clock. Thank you.
Let's take a look at this week's college football rankings brought to you by Allstate. LSU takes down Florida, not a good game for DJ Lagway. The Notre Dame-Texas A&M matchup is looking like a classic. Anything else stand out to you? Should I even ask you that?
I mean, that number 16 looks pretty good. When Tennessee, I gave up, was crying, thought the Dogs lost. He said, don't worry, young man. He will miss the kick. It's a college kicker, and he missed it, and Georgia won in overtime.
Hey, Texas A&M right now, driving on Notre Dame. They got the football inside the 10 with under a minute left for former Duke head coach Mike Elko. Now here is the punt by Alec Clark. Roughing on him the last time he let one go. This is a beauty, checks up, takes a Duke bounce, but Tulane will take this down inside the 15-yard line. Both these coaches here, Manny Diaz and John Summerall, taking over programs that were in really good position. Mike Elko did a fantastic job at Duke, a job that Willie Fritz did with his turnaround, taking Tulane to the Cotton Bowl. They beat Ohio State. Huge signature win for this program. And both Diaz and Summerall are set to build off that previous success. 2:29 left and only the 2-minute timeout to stop the clock for Darian Mensah. Down by 10 in his return to Yulman Stadium. Now is the starting quarterback for Duke. Swings it to Peyton Jones. Jones will be taken down inbounds. Duke has to go.
They got to go and they got to get chunk plays. That's not going to get it done. 5 yards. You got to be risky here. You got to throw the ball in the middle of the field deep.
It's been a consistent 4-man rush in the second half for Tulane. Pressure up the middle and batted down. That's good to see Sam Howard, who was a little nicked up in the second half a little earlier, back on the field making a play.
Well, also for Mensah, you can't take sacks right now. Obviously, you got to get a first down. You're going to get the 2-minute timeout here after this play.
Backed up near the Tulane students, and Mensah is hearing some unfriendly words and chants right now. Brown elevates to bring it down. Quayshawn Brown, his 6th catch of the night, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Duke has to go fast, get a score, get an onside. Our Monday Night Football doubleheader features the Bucks and Texans at a special start time of 7 Eastern on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Deportes. Then Chargers, Raiders on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Both games available on the all-new ESPN app. Mo Galindo here with Aaron Murray. Lawrence Sisler on the field. The return of Darian Mensah, the program that he took to the American Championship game a year ago. Tulane. First game back since late November, a loss to Memphis. Running out of time, running out of green. Tries to make something happen, incomplete, looking for Symir Higgins. Unreal success for Tulane as of late since 2022. 34-10, top of the 6 most wins of the FBS in that stretch. 3 straight American title game appearances, and of course 2023, the Cotton Bowl. Willie Fritz going sailing, and by the way, don't look now, but Willie Fritz in Houston undefeated to start the season. Mensah will dump it down to Peyton Jones. Jones submarining a tackle attempt for the first down. 1:41 left.
Don't forget, you always have the option too. I say you have the option to kick a field goal, to go onside kick and try a Hail Mary, but once again, I don't know how good you feel about your kicking unit, unfortunately.
Oh, the inside pressure by Chris Rogers. Chuck it deep and through the hands of Symir Hagens. 50th pass attempt tonight for Mensa, the first Duke quarterback with 50 in a game since Daniel Jones in 2018.
That was a beautiful pass right there. He put it in a spot that I thought Hagens should have made a play in that football and reel it in. All of a sudden, you're talking about inside the 15-10. Opportunity to get the ball in the end zone real quick and get an onside kick opportunity.
Oh, what an adjustment. Chase Tyler with the stiff arm. Still rocking, still rolling. A flag is down as Tyler, the redshirt freshman out of Georgia, takes it inside the 10.
That ball's not meant for him at all. He just had to be in the right place, the right time. Ball sails on the deep out route, and he ended up being there to catch it.
Mensa.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask. Offense number 11. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Mensa now over 300 passing yards. The fourth Duke quarterback with 300 yards in 3 straight. And the first since Thad Lewis with 4 straight in 2009.
Well, that's what they needed right there. They needed a big chunk play. Obviously would have loved not to have the face mask and be right there on the 15-yard line. But no, there's the field goal. We just talked about it. I just didn't think they would trust.
And that penalty really puts a wrench in the plans. 47 yards for Todd Polino. And Polino connects. So strategy here, save yourself time. You need 2 scores anyway, so you get the field goal, make it a 7-point game. Now you get the onside kick with more time to try to score a touchdown.
Oh my goodness, if you get the onside kick here, over a minute with this offense feels like plenty of time.
Lauren, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, you know, it's been a tough night for Todd Polino, but, you know, this game and that jersey number 29 means so much more to him. September 11th carries a deep personal meaning. He's named after his uncle, Todd Polino, who was one of thousands who lost their lives in the World Trade Center attacks on 9/11. His uncle was a soccer player who always wore the number 9. Growing up, Polino wore 9 too, and in his uncle's honor. But when he got to Duke, the number 9 was taken, so 29 became symbolic of the second number 9. He says every kick is a chance to carry his uncle's legacy forward. For him, 9/11 isn't just a date in history, it's family and it's purpose.
Trying to put some touch on this one. Looking for the onside. Duke last had a successful onside kick in 2022. Chaz Preston, number 7, had the great hands play on the last attempt. Has to go 10 yards. It was bouncing up. That would have been an opportunity for Barkate to high point it on the sideline. Didn't see it. Flag is down, and Tulane is celebrating like they got the
Kick out
dub.
of bounds by number 29 on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty for where the ball went out of bounds. First down.
So Tulane will put the finishing touches on their second win against the Power 4 opponent this season. Opened up the year with a win against Northwestern. This one certainly hits different because Duke is on a different level, and the fact that they know the opposing quarterback very well. Darian Mensah, who left Tulane before the bowl game to transfer to Duke, cashing in on a reported $7.5 million deal over 2 years. But what they love about tonight is the fact that Jack Retzlaff has announced himself the new man in charge. I'm the captain now, says Retzlaff. Brilliant performance for the BYU transfer.
Beautiful performance. I thought he obviously was the star of the show tonight. The defense was tremendous at secondary, slowing down Duke and what they can do offensively, the explosive plays. But Retzlaff, man, third game in the system, been here for less than 2 months, really showing complete command of the run game and sprinkling in more of the pass game here this evening. Really encouraging stuff from a team that has aspirations to be in the playoffs come end of the season.
There was no bad blood at all between Darian Mensah and this coaching staff at Tulane. He just pointed over to the sideline into the end zone. And I think he's like, what are the students doing on the field? There is a slow developing rush, stroll onto the field. But look at this. That's love, that's respect
That is
for a guy that had to do what was best for his future and for his family. 34-27, Tulane 3-0 for the third time in the last 50 years. Here's Lauren.
Coach, you know, 3-0, a lot of emotions coming into this one tonight. You got the fans on the field. The response to this one, what did you see from your football team to get the job done?
We did some things well. We did some things not so well. We found a way to win. I'm really happy with the win. We got a lot of stuff to clean up. Like that was far from a really good effort. Not our best, but I'm happy with the win.
A big storyline coming into this one, your former quarterback, Darian Mensah, but the real storyline tonight, Jake Retzlaff showing up. What did you see from his poise and presence tonight?
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. He's got to quit fumbling the damn football, number one. But I thought he's really finding his rhythm in this offense, and I'm very proud of him. He's been here for a month and a half, and to play at that level in this kind of game, just such a stud and a great performance by him.
Come on in here, Jake. Hey, a lot of emotions, a lot of storylines swirling around this one, everyone wanting to talk about the other quarterback, but tonight you showed up. How did you prepare yourself for this matchup?
Oh, man, just take it day by day and do your job, man. That's what Coach Summerall preached to us all week. Do your job. I just did my 111 today, and those guys around me played incredible and made it an opportunity for me to score. And so when I did, it was awesome to go celebrate with those guys because those are the guys who get it done for me.
Look, week 1 to week 2 to week 3, you had to cram your installs. How have you improved as a quarterback?
Man, just like I said, taking every day at a time. Every day at a time, keep getting better and do your job. That's all I do. I just try to approach the game with a growth mindset, keep getting better.
Okay, I got to be honest with you. You told me there's no celebrations because you're just too revved up about it. You're too revved up about it. You had 4 rushing touchdowns tonight, no celebrations. I mean, we got the celebrations, my man.
My celebration is going and jumping on freaking Jack Hollyfield, Chandre Hurst, DG. I mean, all those guys, Hall, like Reese Baker, like those are the guys making it happen. And then you get everybody around me, man. My celebration is celebrating with this team because this team is special, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of it.
All right, Jake, go enjoy it, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Shout out to Retzlaff's offensive line, but an emotional finish for former coach, former quarterback, as that is John Summerall with the emotional exchange with Darian Mensah. Both of these men are better because of the year they spent together last season, taking this Tulane program to the American Championship game. And the American should be on alert again that this could be the team to beat here at Tulane. Retzlaff looks like a difference maker. 111 on the ground, 245 through the air, and the Green Wave with a statement win against the P4 and the Duke Blue Devils. For Aaron Murray and Lauren Sisler and our entire crew, I'm Logan Lindo. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight in New Orleans. College football scoreboard next with Kevin Connors.